Hey guys, I'm back with another haul video. Got some cool books and a lot of other cool things that I got for Christmas. So instead of chit-chatting about it, let's get into it. I'll start off with this book, Pihla by Anni Vahlquist. And this is a beautiful book. It is on Amazon paper, but the Australian paper is not bad, so it doesn't bother me. And it is one-sided as well, so you've got plenty of space to use your markers. But the pictures are just amazing. They're so beautiful, and they have all these bunnies through them. And it's this little girl and then all the buddies. All the different adventures she goes through. Very, very cute. So I actually saw this book on Maya's channel and I loved it. She always finds the most amazing and different books. So if she recommends one, I always go and have a hunt and see what they're about. And this one was stunning and I'm super glad that I picked it up. It's very cute. There's lots of different space to use different colours and use your imagination. And all the ones at the back here look like they are horizontal, which is great that they've done them all back together. I hate when they have them some vertical, some horizontal, and you're flipping the book backwards and forwards every 5 minutes. So yes, a super cute book, and I'm looking forward to getting into colouring that. Then I got this book here from AliExpress. So this actually isn't a colouring book, but it is a watercolour book. And it is just, my thing this year is to learn watercolour. I've always been really, really enticed by it. I'm really drawn to it. So I have got in my load of stuff here quite a few watercolouring stuff because I just want to give it a go. So this is just a little bit of a book about how to use the watercolour, different techniques. Yes, it's in a different language, but I can pretty much gather what I want from looking at the pictures. I just really was attracted to the colours that this illustrator uses and the artist's way of using the colours and the watercolours is really beautiful. So lots of pretty things for me to practice in here. That's quite cool. It's like a bit of a Harry Potter theme. So there's that one. And then I also got this PDF and printed it off Etsy. So the Etsy site that I got this from is called LabzazuzaColorings, which is a mouthful, but it's by a colorist that lives in Ukraine. And she does sell books on her website, but not for this. There's only one book that she sells on her website that's already printed. Everything else is a PDF books. There's 12 pictures in this book and they all correspond to different months of the year. So they're just really, really whimsical. There's so many beautiful, if you have a look, it's very intricate. There's lots of different stuff and that's why I really like it. I can just imagine using a lot of beautiful bright colours and I really love bright colours. And I'm thinking of printing quite a few of them out on watercolour paper. So my problem is when I print my ink, if I use water on my ink, it just spreads everywhere. So I have read that if you spray it with workable fixative before you go in with your watercolours, it should be okay. So I might try that. If anybody else has any ideas, this is going to sound crazy, but can you get waterproof ink? I don't know. I've been trying to research it and I'm just not finding anything. So I don't know if that's just a crazy idea I have in my head. But if anybody out there knows how I can print this and just go over it with water and it's not going to bleed the ink everywhere, I would really, really love to know. Because I'm sure I've seen some of you guys out there do that, but I'm just not sure how you do it. Super beautiful pictures. They're kind of like a little doodly, like lots of like small little doodles, but then all joined together into a picture. I think they'll be really fun to colour because you're just finding lots of different things all the time when you're colouring. So I haven't really had much time to look at them, but every time I'm looking at them now, I just keep finding lots of different gorgeous little things in there. Like this here, this little fox here and his little tail. There's so many beautiful little things in there. And if you have a look up here, it's got a little eye winking up here. Looking forward to sitting down, just having a really good look. And then at the back, it's just got a little bit about the artist. So that's a really cute book. And I will link her Etsy site below. And she has got other PDFs on there too, and they're all just as beautiful as this one. I also got this, The Epic World of Tolkien, a colouring book from a bookshop over here in Australia called QBD. And this was the biggest bargain. I've been looking at this on Amazon for quite a while, not Amazon at $75. And I was thinking I'm not going to pay that for it. But I saw it there on a bargain table, and there's quite a few of them, and it was only $12.99. And it is a super thick book, and the paper is really thick. So I grabbed this one straight away, and I can't believe that I actually got it for that price. But the pictures are beautiful. I think there's a lot of pictures in here. There's like 190 pages in here. So it's a really thick book, and the paper's great. So we'll have a flip through and we'll see what's in there. We'll just do a quick flip through. But you can see that the pages are really beautiful. There's quite a lot of landscapes, which are gorgeous. I have some Mungyo Oil Pastels, so I think this space in the sky and a lot of the space at the background is perfect to try them out. Like that one would be amazing. I mean, there's a lot of work in them, and a lot of them are double page spreads, but I think at the end, the result will be stunning. So look, does look like to me there's quite a few different illustrators, and I really like this style. I think this style is beautiful, but there is a couple of pages in here I'm not such a fan of. Like this page is amazing. I'm not really a fan of that one here. I don't like this stuff. You're definitely not a lover of this stuff. I think I won't even bother with those ones. I'll just skip through them. I like all these little beasts because I like a little bit of freaky in my pictures and a bit of spooky stuff. It's just stunning landscapes. To be honest, I'm not a Tolkien fan, as in like I haven't read The Hobbit. I mean, obviously I've watched it, but you know, it's not really something that I'm that into. I think I fell asleep in Lord of the Rings, but I do appreciate these beautiful illustrations. And I know there was two other Tolkien colouring in books called The Bestiary of Tolkien and Tolkien's World. And I don't know, I've got a feeling that these are this book is a combination of those two books. But I'm not 100%, so don't take that word for gospel, but I think they are. because it's such a super thick book. So if you are into this sort of thing and you're in Australia, definitely jump onto QBD website or go in store and grab these before they're all gone. So they weren't in the colouring in section, they were at the front in the, like the sale section they have. Beautiful pictures and just so many to choose from. So I'm super stoked with that one. That is the buy of the month, that one there. I also got this colouring in book here from my nephew. He bought me this. And this is got cardboard paper, so it's really super thick. And there's some beautiful pictures in here that you could really use markers. And I think also my oil pastel would do great in here. And it is basically, it's cardstock. So there's some really beautiful stuff in here. I'm looking forward to working with this. So quite basic, but I think that gives you a lot of leeway to work with it and do lots of fun stuff. So that's a really good book. And that's from Officeworks over here as well. So we have another shop here called Officeworks where I get a lot of my art stuff from, and that's where this is from. I also got this Meeden porcelain paint palette from Amazon. And I've been wanting a porcelain paint palette for a long time because you don't get, you know with the plastic ones when you use them, you get the tinting underneath. Once you clean it, you've still got that colour on there. It soaks it all up. Well, the porcelain doesn't. So you can just give these a wash and it will look like new. So I chose this one because I like the size of the wells in there. There's a lots of different sizes you could get. And there was one that was full of all these little ones, which I might get as well because I do like just mixing lots of different colours. So I think that will be the next on my list. Talking about watercolours, I got these two palettes from AliExpress. This is a palette of Supervision watercolours, and this one is I think it's called Palace Music, but I just really liked. So I've just swatched them and I just really like the colour palette, like the actual colours that are on there. I really like how they all go together. So I think that's just really great. Like that's a starting point where you can jump off to do your artwork because the colours there are amazing. And they've got lots of other, Supervision have lots of other colours as well, little palettes like that. And the colours really, really all like work really well together. So I got that one. They're just little pans, but that's probably all I need for the moment anyway while I'm testing them out. And then I also got these ones, which are the granulating mica colours. So I don't know if you can see, these are tiny, I know. I was not expecting them to be this small, but you know what happens on AliExpress. But it's fine because I can just use them for little things. I didn't pay much for them anyway. So these are the colours. So I do have some already, but they're a different palette. So I'm not sure what name this palette was, but you can see the mica in there when I move it around. So when I swatched these, I did do wet on wet. So I did wet puddle first and then popped it in just so we could see the granulation a little bit better. But they're beautiful colours. And I don't mind that they're that small because I probably will only use them for accents. So it works out pretty well. I got these 2 sets of watercolour brushes. So I got this one here, which is quill brushes. And there's a size 2 and 6. And these are from Amazon. And I did a lot of research before I bought these on what everyone recommends to buy for watercolor brushes on Amazon that aren't too pricey, but I didn't want them super cheap, but I didn't want them too pricey. And I haven't used any of these yet. And these one here are the rounds. And I think there's 4 sizes, yeah. So there's a 2, 6, 4 and 8 size. So I think I should be able to get away with these at the moment, just using these ones. But yes, I have heard fantastic things about them, so I'm looking forward to trying them out. But I haven't quite gotten to do that yet. I also got these Mungyo Oil Pastels. So I just turn the light off so the glare's not on it. I'll turn the light back on once I've opened the box. I haven't used these yet, but these are supposed to be the go-to for the oil pastels that you can spread with your fingers, which is what I want. I want to be able to spread them around, make backgrounds. The ones that I do have at the moment are beautiful and the colours are great, but they're so sticky. So I have heard though with my other ones that some people have said to put them in the fridge and see how they go because they're very oily. So I might do that and see if they work any better. But the colours in these are amazing and I'm really excited about using these. So I might use some of these in my new books and see how they go. But I've heard amazing things about them, so I am really looking forward to giving them a go. I also got this little journal from Amazon, which is super cute. It came with little stickers so I could stick my name onto it, which is kind of gorgeous. But it's just a dot journal. And I thought it's super thick and the paper's fantastic and I just love how it's got the gold on here. So it's a dot journal, so I thought it'd be brilliant for a colouring journal because I do not at the moment keep track of what I'm doing, what I'm using, who I'm doing colouring with. I just try and keep it all in my mind and I am figuring out that that's not possible. So this is what I'm going to use for my colouring journal. It's super cute and just it's like a really good quality and super thick. And I got it from Amazon and it was not pricey at all. I think some of the other colours, I think there was the black and then there was this purple colour that were really well priced and then there was other colours that were really quite expensive. But they're exactly the same, just different colours. So, and I really wanted this colour. This is the pretty colour. So I'm super stoked with that. And I'll get into that and draw up some grids and draw up some pages so I can keep a track of what I'm colouring. I also got some watercolour books. So some little journals. For Christmas, I got a membership to the course that Willowing Arts is running called A Year of Light. And it has a lot of different artists in there and they do use a lot of watercolour and I'm really looking forward to doing it. They do like 2 or 3 different classes a week and it started at the beginning of January and to be honest, it's school holidays over here so I have not had time to do any of it. But I will go back and get on top of what they have already done. So I bought some journals for that and I made sure I got some really good paper. So I got this one, which is the Wahlquist brand. So I've heard really good things about that. I've been told I have to make sure it's 300 GSM and 100% cotton, which these ones are as well. So just a little journal so I don't have too much pressure when using these and I can maybe test out different techniques and also different colour palettes. And then when I have figured out what I'm doing in this one, I also got this little beauty here, which is the Etchr, the Perfect Sketchbook. And I have heard amazing things about this one. So this is a lot bigger. And I probably wouldn't maybe I'll do something this large, but I was thinking, and what I have seen other artists do is they've cut these off into little squares and then done little images in each square. So I'm really looking forward to using this. So I'm scared to use this, obviously, but my other one is my little practice one. And then when I've figured out what I'm doing, I will move into this one because this one was super pricey. And I also did get for my course, because they were recommending certain types of paper. So for my course, I did get this Vahlquist artist watercolor paper. And I got the block because when you're using watercolor paper, if it's separate, you have to tape it down so it doesn't buckle. But if you're using a block like this one here, it will stop the buckling, and then when you've finished using it, you can just rip the page off. And it's glued all the way down the edges, so it won't get, none of your work will get under, like the painting that you're using, or the paint won't get under into the other pages. So I've heard that's great paper as well. So I'm really looking forward to starting my course, and I've got so many ideas I want to do with watercolor paints. And as soon as my daughter has gone back to school, I will be jumping back into that. I also got these polychromos pencils, and I'm a Prismacolor girl, and I'm never going to change from that. But because I am doing fur and stuff like that, I find that the Prismacolors don't hold that point. So I went ahead and just bought colors that I think that I might use for fur. So some browns and some grays and also black. Just so I can do those little strokes and I'm not constantly having to sharpen my pencil. And this one here is one that literally I found in my pencil case from when I was 17 years old, and I don't know why I had that in there. But so I've just popped it in with these ones. But I've heard great things about these keeping their sharpness, so I'm looking forward to using those ones. So thank you so much for watching this video. That's everything that I have got in December and all my beautiful gifts I got for my family for Christmas. And I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.